Good morning, friends. This is Tiffany from Growing Dawn. Today we are going to be, well, our vet is coming out to do our yearly disease testing on Beulah and to trim her hooves, finally, which is something that we actually have not yet done since we got her over, well, a year and a half ago now. So it desperately needs done, and I actually went out and checked on her a couple days ago and saw that one of her toes on her front hoof had broken off. So hopefully they're going to fix that. I felt really bad, but we looked at it really closely and it doesn't look to be infected. She doesn't act like it's painful or anything. So, but we're gonna get that all taken care of today. I had something else in my mind. I don't remember. Anyway, originally they were scheduled to come out here at 9. So I got up kind of early, like hoping to get everything ready and moving. And Steven got a call saying that they wouldn't be here till 11. So now we have a couple more hours before they get here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the kids on some schoolwork. I have a batch of English muffins that are rising, fermenting. I'm going to go ahead and work on cooking those this morning and kill some time until the vet gets here. Yeah, so the reason that we have not yet got her hooves trimmed, it's not, I don't know, we just didn't plan on waiting this long, but we haven't had a stanchion and the vet will not come out and do that kind of thing unless you have one. So now that we have her stanchion built, I immediately wanted to call and have them come out and look at her hooves. So we put her in her stanchion yesterday just to see how she would do. That was the first time we had put her in it. And she did great. We gave her some grain in her bucket. She got a little wiggly after she finished her food, but we're going to continue to do it every day just to get her used to that process and being in there for milking. We still have about a month until she calves, so we've got plenty of time to kind of get her in that routine. So that is what we plan on doing. Trying to make English muffins, like batch them so that we have enough for at least a few days. The most that I can cook at one time is 18 because I have 2 cast iron skillets and I have a griddle. So I have to do like 2 or 3 batches in order to make, whoa, that's risen a lot, make the amount that I need. There's my dough. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this. I'm sure we'll have some English muffins for lunch, and then we will have several left over for the rest of the weekend. Okay, let's see. If I had an animal farm, I would want to have pigs, goats, horses, and cows because I like to grow my own food. Good. So what do you think would be a good title for that? So why don't you write that as your title? And the last thing is sketching. You would be good at that. I would like for you to practice.
I already did.
The kids are working on their gather round lesson. Today we are studying about mushroom farms and farming and food. So if you're new to my channel, I am very interested in sourdough. I love baking with sourdough. As of right now, I have one post on my blog about how to get started with sourdough, how to make your own starter, and a basic recipe that you can use for it. So if you're interested in that, I will link it down below. I don't have really any other recipes on there yet except for my sourdough brownies. But I hope to have more of those in the future. One thing I love about the English muffins is they are way faster and easier than bread, but you can use them like bread. We use them for sandwiches, for breakfast, and all I have to do is throw the dough together the night before, let it ferment for 12 to 24 hours, and then they are ready to go. Recorded this whole thing, and here we go again. My memory card freaked out, and so that whole clip was erased. And of course, now the kids are going to decide to start blowing horns and such in the background.
If you hear a dying horse, there's no horses around, it's just our kids.
Yeah.
And they're fine.
They're fine.
They're fine.
So yes, we were saying, like, I sat down and I looked at the camera and I was like, oh my gosh, look, we're matching. And I didn't even realize it. And he was like, yeah, I know.
Yep.
And so then we were talking about how weird the vets probably thought we were. Like we were trying to match or something. And we weren't. We just happened to wear similar shirts today.
And the fact that, you know, they had trouble figuring out if this was the right driveway or not. So thought that they were at the wrong address. But
well, it's always confusing to try to find our house, but it doesn't look like a farm from the front. So no. I'm sure they did. I understand why they didn't think they were in the right place.
Yeah.
So anyway, I tried to, well, I wanted to film them trimming her hooves and all that stuff. But I asked the vet when they got here if she was okay with me filming. I told her that I had a YouTube channel, and she was like, well, you know, we really need to try to protect the privacy of our students. And I was like, I understand. So I wasn't able to get many shots. I got a few shots on my phone, just of them like lifting her hooves and stuff. But I thought we could just sit down and kind of talk about what happened and show you all what I can. Beulah's nails are did.
She got her nails did.
It looks good. It actually went, I think, really well, considering we don't even have like a chute. We just have a stanchion for her head. And so yeah. They ended up having to, well, do you want to explain like what they had to do? You can probably explain it better than me.
They end up taking a rope and basically tying her leg up to the rafters and then just pulling on the rope to get her leg up.
It's not as dramatic as it sounds.
No.
Like it sounds really dramatic, but it really, I mean, they just have to lift it up enough for them to be able to clip her head.
Yeah,
So
and she was pretty...
Initially, she kind of freaked out a little bit.
When they first started pulling each leg up, she was freaking out. But, I mean, you think about it. You're used to walking on 4 legs.
Can feel
and then somebody, like, takes one leg out from under you. You kind of lose your balance.
Yeah, so they, I mean, they had to rig something, which thankfully they had that rope.
Yeah.
But that worked really well. Okay, so I told you all this morning that one of her toes had broken off. And so I had told them that over the phone, that was, you know, an issue. I said that after I had asked for the initial hoof trim. I was just like mentioning that too, like, hey, one of her toes is broken off, like quite a bit, and just wanted to let you know, like, because I didn't know if that would require like anything else. So anyway, they got here and the vet said, oh, we thought we were just fixing the toe. She's like, oh, you want all of her hooves trimmed? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So she was saying that usually they don't like trim hooves in the field, like on the farm. They have the contraption where they like whatever, put them on their side and stuff.
You rotate them. Well, what she was talking about was that they basically put them in a chute and then like sedate them just enough
they do have to do that, yeah.
Well, that's what she was saying. Like if she wasn't pregnant, then they would just do that.
But they couldn't do that because she's late term.
Pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they can do it like early term.
Right.
So it was kind of an unusual situation, but they did it, and thankfully there was like 4 students. They had a good sized team to like hold her and, you know, do all the things.
So we just sat back and had some sweet tea, and it was just like, y'all ain't doing that right. You ain't doing that right.
Yeah.
Right? You know what we're doing.
She did. I was grateful that she asked all those questions, and she wasn't judging me though at the same time, like
Yeah.
asking me if I was, you know, how I was prepared for her calving and all of that, like what to look out for and what to have on hand. And I'm sure there are people out there that are a little bit crazy like us that just have like small homesteads, or they're like new homesteaders and don't really know what they're doing, which, you know, we don't know what we're doing half the time. But yeah, I mean, we've learned a lot. I've definitely tried to make sure that we're prepared. I guess that's pretty much it, but we did go ahead and order the blood panel while they were here. So we haven't had her disease tested since we did it like last summer or spring.
Last spring,
I think we have a video, like
Oh,
her
yeah,
first vet
yeah.
visit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had her disease tested and everything came back good then. So, but it's a good idea to do it once a year. And we hadn't done it since like last June or whenever that was.
Yo.
I meant to look up.
Get my nails did.
So
BLV.
the first time last year when we tested for Yoni's BVD,
Yeah.
which is, no, BLV, I think.
BLV.
That's the blood test.
We tested
the
for
BVD,
BVD and BLV.
yeah, but the BVD is where they take the piece of skin.
Yeah.
And you only have to do that once in their lifetime.
Right.
So we didn't have to do that again. But there was something else too. Oh my goodness.
It's TBD.
BLV, BVD, TBD. It's really, it made me realize today like how much we've been through with
I mean,
her.
for us to like try to take her blood like
We did.
4 times.
We had to do so much when we went through all that with trying to AI her, which is, it's kind of crazy to think about now because it seems like so long ago. But I mean, this year has been definitely less stressful.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we haven't had to worry about getting her bred. She's already bred.
Pregnant.
She's
We
been
just
bred
sit
most
back
of the year, and
wait
now
9
it's not time
months.
for her to calve. So
Ding.
it's been a lot easier. It's weird to think about how at the beginning of this year, like, we were still trying to figure out, I don't remember when we got the results for the last AI. I have a bad memory, guys. Like, I do not remember dates. In some ways, like, all the things that happened last year, like, seems like years ago, and I don't remember.
And she doesn't even use drugs.
Promise.
Did you
And something on your forehead.
already trim her hooves?
Yeah, they did it all. You want to go see them? Okay,
Go.
let's go look. So I think it was her right front foot where the toe was broken off.
Yep.
And it was the left toe, which, I mean, I think it was the left toe, which you can't even tell now at all. It looks, oh my gosh, she just knocked me in the head. Okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. Anyway, it looks so much better. So much better. There's her back hooves. I just keep getting flicked in the face. Look at that udder. Oh, thanks, Beulah. Anyway. Yeah, you said she seemed like she was walking a little bit different even?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's just her getting used to it. Like, getting used to the feeling of...
Yeah. She's wanting my apple right now.
Yeah, I kind of figured. You can let her go. That's fine. You giving it to her? I was telling the vet that this, I think, was the first time she's ever had her hooves trimmed.
Yeah,
I would assume.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
So it took that long to trim her hooves. So I think that doing it once a year should be plenty at this point. Trying to feel the baby.
Trying to.
That's all I got for this video. So sorry I didn't have more to show you guys. If you are new to my channel, I share about life on our modern homestead and in our simple farmhouse. If that interests you, then hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.